Mic check. The morning after pill. Fudge and Finn. Shots for likes in that ass. The morning after pill. The morning after pill. Shots for likes. The morning after pill. The morning after pill. The morning after pill. The morning after pill. Shots for likes. Shots like. The morning after pill. The morning after pill. The morning after pill. The morning after pill. Shots for likes. Like. The morning after pill. The morning after pill. The morning after pill. Shots for likes. Morning. All right. Well, see, last time, remember I didn't set the interface to like do it, so everything sounded weird. Yeah. Like fuck with everything for like 20 minutes. It's just one little setting I had to do that I do every single time I come here that I forgot about.
Definitely did. You notice how I have to wipe this off?
Just to make sure you don't get your lips stuck to it now?
Yep.
Good stuff. So, yeah. It's the hashtag Shots for Likes podcast. Morning after pill edition, you cunts. What's going on? Episode 9?
Fuck already?
9. I feel like we just did one like 2 days ago, and we were late, but we did just do one like 2 days ago.
What are we doing with our lives?
This. Could do some more painting. It's good to see Mo Bigsley sticking on the wall better now that it's painted with Beaker riding into the sunset.
Yeah.
Then the new dildo came in. That was a surprise. You didn't even let me know.
I wanted to be a surprise for you.
I appreciate that. It's very kind. It's very very generous. Thinking getting like a romantic surprise, you know. It's a little underwhelming when you look at that and you're just used to Mo Bigsley.
Yeah.
But
it's got no balls.
Yeah, you know? That's kind of lame. Why is it curved? Like, what's the purpose of it? If it's got a suction thing and it's supposed to stick to the ground, probably for like, a cam girl or something.
That one's curved too.
That one's curved because it's heavy and it's fucking being dragged down by the weight of a massive black fucking dildo. That thing's just like purposely curved, I feel like. Or is it like just leaning that way?
Maybe it's the angle you're looking at.
It's definitely curved.
It's just a dong hanging down. It's just hanging dong.
Yeah, I guess it's hanging.
It'll probably look better. Like, it would look weird if it was just straight cock coming up from the table.
I guess that's true. It's fucking...
Who made that?
I don't know. America, baby. Doesn't it really even, like, look that... I mean, it kind of does, but it's not very patriotic looking. It just happened to be the only American flag dildo that was on Amazon.
What was it called? Like the American Hero or something?
Dildos for Patriots, I think.
No, I have the box downstairs. I started laughing when I read it. It was like American Patriot or something, like American Hero.
Really? That is just a fucking overstatement.
We're talking about American flag dildo, if you guys don't remember me buying it.
Yeah, well, I mean, now they know. I feel like they know. We've mentioned it. Yeah. Open up a quick little story. Bridget just texted me. She's like, "Oh my god, this new guy who works at the fucking gas station," because she works at a cardiologist place or whatever.
Right.
So she's got scrubs on. So the fucking dude comes up to her, and he asks if she can take his blood pressure. And I think it's like an Indian dude too. So it's probably like
can you take my blood pressure, baby?
Yeah. And then asked for a number, and she told him to fuck off. I'm still waiting on the response to see exactly what he said when she told him to fuck off, but.
I should go find a new gas station, I guess.
Yeah. It's just funny, like right before I'm about to hit record.
Can you take my blood pressure?
Yeah, baby, do I make you hot? Bright white baby.
There you go. Jesus,
dog. I'll entertain the people. Well, as you guys know, we just had our friend Ross on recently, and we had to fight to not go past 3 hours because he just had... Well, yeah, now that I listened to it today and got to the very end, and you were like, dude, guys, come on, for like 20 fucking minutes. Like, we wouldn't stop talking. But he's going to have to fucking come back on soon, I guess.
Just one more point. Yeah. 10 minutes later, shut the fuck up, Ross and Dan.
We ended up stopping right around 3 hours. Well, you know what it was? I couldn't get my fucking Final Fantasy VII argument out, like, at all. He went on about 6 for like 40 minutes.
Yeah, he started crying and shit.
I mean, he was man enough to leave it in and call the podcast. I cried in the podcast, so.
Yeah, I just, like you said the other day, like, what's happening? We're getting soft, man. Like, we should have ripped him apart. Like, oh, you fucking fag. What? You saw a big dildo, now you're crying, you fucking queer.
Shrug your shoulders, you pussy. You were laughing at him, but it was still like a friendly laughing with him kind of thing, I think. Like, it wasn't like deliberately trying to be a douchebag. Even if you were, it's you, though, so he probably would have let you slide, I guess.
Yeah, I should have ripped into him, though. That'd be funnier.
Yeah, but like if somebody actually cries, like are we really supposed to fucking... I mean, maybe a joke here or there, but we shouldn't like really demean someone, make them feel shitty for it.
You pussy.
Fucking homo, take the tears somewhere else on the vagina
He ordered
podcast.
bananas in his pancakes. What, the syrup wasn't sweet enough for you, fruitcake?
You fairy! Give him a whole banana because it looks like a cock.
Yeah, you get it? Because it does, and I said it, and yeah.
I guess we should probably stop spending time quoting our favorite comedian and come up with our own jokes, huh?
That's a great bit, though.
Yeah, it was really good.
Like, I literally don't... I refuse to use an umbrella. I don't care how bad it's raining out.
Oh, because of that.
I refuse.
I have an umbrella. I mean, if it's really bad.
Nah, man, you can't do it. You can't be a Bill Burr fan and use an umbrella.
Well, here's the deal. I'll tell you why I bought it. When I was working at my old job, fuck my old job, for any of you who know where I used to work, fuck them big time. But I was in the city going to a client, and it was raining that day, and I had to, like, take the ferry there and then, like, ride Ubers around and shit. So I was, like, walking around in the city and stuff, and it was, like, raining pretty fucking hard. So there's definitely shit in that garbage bag you should not let your dog get to you, so you should grab that garbage bag.
Is it like paint and shit?
I don't know. There's all kinds of shit I put in there. You should definitely grab it.
It's like ruining the podcast.
Yeah, why don't you kick the dog out for now, man?
Yeah, you're fucked, buddy.
Peace out, dog. But yeah, so I was fucking walking around this.
Say bye, Fudge, and the fans.
Get out of here, dog. Keep eating screws and shit. So yeah, so I was in the city walking around. It was fucking raining pretty hard. I like had to buy an umbrella at like the ferry fucking shop.
You shouldn't be telling me this. Of course, it's called the ferry shop. Because
Well,
only
it's a
ferries
ferry.
like you fucking shop there for umbrellas.
Dude, I wasn't gonna get poured on all day. Me soaked. I can't go to a client just soaking wet, looking like I jumped in the fucking Hudson. Well, the client fucking sucked anyway. So
Bill Burr, man, he'd be disappointed in you as a fan.
it would have been awesome.
I might tweet him right now.
Right before I
Yeah, dude, my buddy fucking be bought an umbrella. What a fag.
do I
Shrug your fucking shoulders.
Does the Shots for Likes Twitter follow your Twitter?
I don't know. I mean, what's my Twitter? Do I have a
I don't know. Yeah, don't you have a Twitter and you follow like free agency and shit? It's like,
Oh, yeah, I do have a Twitter.
how many followers do you have? Because you might have to like.
I probably have like 4.
Oh, okay. We have like 21, I think. It's not many. Nothing compared to the Instagram, that's for sure.
I have 10 followers.
Yeah, what's your? I'll tweet at you right now, live on the podcast, bro. What's your podcast? Hurry up! Is it Tron Carter?
Yeah, at Tron Carter.
2 N's?
Yes.
Oh, found you. You suck dick. Period. Tweet.
It's just like a bunch of texts me saying foot beef to like Sarah Silverman and shit.
Why'd you say it to her? Does she
I
have
don't
a
know.
large vagina?
Foot beef. At Sarah Silverman. At Jeff Dipko. Foot beef. At
you
The
just-
Rock. Foot beef.
Oh, so you just started going foot beef crazy on like anybody you could tag.
You
huh?
heard that story, right?
I think. Someone have a large vagina?
No, it has nothing to do with that. It's even more ridiculous. Probably not as funny as that. Me and Dipko were eating fucking Chinese one day. We were fucking wasted.
Makes sense.
I had a sock on. This is back when I wore socks, I guess, or whatever. And there was a
Weird.
piece of like lo mein pork stuck to my sock.
Okay, I did hear this, and you started saying foot beef.
So Jeff just like, what's up with that foot beef? And then he put in like this auto-tune program. It was just like, foot beef, foot beef, foot beef. I think I have a picture somewhere, actually.
I kind of wish we went live for opening day. It would have been awesome to have Jeff on, but we just couldn't pull it off.
No, not at all. Well, he'll come on soon.
Definitely.
So yeah, me and Jeff were just like tweeting foot beef to all these people. Like,
For just no reason.
yeah, just foot beef reasons, man. I like text that picture of my foot beef to everybody. Hey, I remember that. I guess you had to be there for it to be funny.
Well, I wasn't there, but you guys told me the story before. That's for sure.
That was like the best times with Jeff because he was working from home. Yeah, so he was working from home, and we literally like, I'd show up Saturday, we'd drink. Show up Sunday, we'd watch football all fucking day. Pass out,
You were leaving the house, huh?
My house.
It's crazy.
Yeah, well, I lived in Franklin at this. It was a long time ago.
Yeah, I guess it was easier for you to leave Franklin or to leave
And then,
home at the time.
yeah, and then Monday we'd wake up, he'd be working. I'd be like, well, I'm going to start drinking. And then we would watch Raw on Monday. Like, it was great.
Oh my God. Working from home is nice. I did it again today because it fucking snowed again. It's like fucking April. It was like 50 degrees yesterday. And all of a sudden I wake up, look outside. I was like, fuck. After I get done like shoveling, cleaning off my car, and I'm about to put my car in first gear.
Man,
and
you
start
need a
driving.
fucking garage, dude. Like, I have a garage. I'm good to go. Check out
It
the
is
foot
nice.
beef.
Dude, it's so gross.
There's like cat hair all over it.
Send that to me. I'll make it the picture for
beef.
No one's gonna get it. They're gonna be like, "Ew, dude, some dirty sock." I'm not gonna listen to this fucking podcast.
That's before I got my foot tattooed. That's
Was
a
it the
long
exact
time
foot,
ago.
or do you know which side of the foot?
What do you mean?
Was that the foot you got tattooed?
Yeah, of course.
How would I know?
I guess you went. Well, I got my my leg, like sleeve, whatever you want to call it, before I got my foot. So like I got my leg done, and then eventually I was like, "Oh, dude, let's do the foot too. That'd be fucking dope."
Oh, okay. I didn't even realize that.
Look at it now. It's like, oh, it just looks so dumb without the foot.
Yeah, you got to get. I mean, it's probably extremely painful, but adding the foot to it,
my
I'm sure
God,
looks
dude.
fucking sick.
It was worse than the ribs, by far. It was worse than like, on the bone, on the side bone. Oh,
It's probably. What do you just sit there and fucking tear up, and you're like, "Fuck you, I'm fine. Just thinking of my dead grandma, man. Leave me
look at
alone."
the puppies, man.
This puppy just ran into a tree, made me sad. Fuck you.
That was so painful, dude. And then your fucking foot swells up. So I had to go like a bar meeting or like a work meeting that night.
You're walking around like you got the
So I
gout
show up
and
in
shit.
sandals. I got fucking plastic wrap all over me and tape all over my foot. There's blood everywhere. They're like, you can go, man.
Get out of our restaurant with all your blood.
Dude, I had to drive home. I had to drive stick all the way home with my fucking swollen foot.
It's that bad, huh?
I had to buy a new pair of shoes just so I could have my left shoe at work like a size bigger.
Oh wow,
It swelled the foot. It was like having a water balloon.
straight swole.
Yeah, it was
Think you
fucked.
can go away in a day or two. I just want to know when I get
For about a
foot
week, it was swollen.
straight swole.
Well, because you're fucking, unless you, I mean, I guess if you just didn't work and you sat down for 3 days, you're moving around like here and there, like,
Yeah, it's still gonna stay swollen probably.
yeah. Like it was
Straight
for like a week. I remember I was like
Straight swole.
in the kitchen trying to run down the line. I'm just like, oh. They're like, what the fuck's wrong with you? I was like, check it out. They're like, ugh.
Got enough fucking sweeps there, bud?
I only have 2. I actually cleaned a little bit too before.
What'd you clean?
There was a lot more shit on this table.
Was there?
Yeah.
Ross's bottle from when he was like, fuck this thing, and like threw it to the wall. Right into our new paint job.
I guess my dog got a hold of this, huh?
Yeah, he did.
What the fuck?
He definitely did. Your dog gets a hold of a lot of stuff.
Oh, I feel like I'm like too tired for it. I gotta like.
Yeah, I'm definitely like relaxed, chill. I've been like sitting on my couch working all day. I mean, if you want to call it that, but you know, I was getting paid. I was doing things, just not really moving. But we're both like, yeah, dude, so is the podcast, and Ross was on, and foot beef, dildos. All right, man. Morning after pill.
I like woke up, got pizza, came home, played video games.
Where'd you get pizza from?
The Mamma Mia's we got from last time.
Some place is pretty good.
It's good, but I walk in, it was super awkward. There's like this fucking weird, like hot-headed Italian guy just yelling and shit.
What's up, motherfucker? What do you want?
He would know. The chick was very nice to me, like taking my order. And he's like, oh, that motherfucker placed the wrong order. He's paying for that shit. He said the wrong thing. He's fucking paying for that shit. He's like freaking out, yelling at the driver, like yelling at the cooks in the back, and they're all laughing like, we don't give a fuck, man. Yell all you want. Like, I don't care.
Oh, so you must have been like one of those douchebags that like thinks he's cool, but he's not.
Yes.
No, like a guy that's actually scary where you're like, all right, man, I guess we should call this guy and charge him, huh?
No, it was like so dumb. I'm just standing there like awkward, like,
Dude.
And then there was a kid. I guess it was his kid, just throwing shit on the tables and like, it was like 5 or something, jumping on the counter. I'm like, this is fuck. I got to get the fuck out of here.
Dude, I went to what is it, like Tomato Garden? It's like that where Little Anthony's used to be, right in the Acme fucking.
Where?
Right in the Acme. You know where Jeff used to deliver pizza sometimes. He knew the owner, Little Anthony.
Oh, Little Anthony's. Yeah, sorry.
So a new place is there called Tomato Garden or whatever. So I see
Awful name.
Yeah, I see Lou and Allie. I don't know if you remember who Lou is. Louis Barham. I see him at I think they were going to like the vape shop or something. His girlfriend was vape shop or whatever. But I was getting pizza station.
Right.
So I see them and I'm talking to him for a little bit.
And pizza station's trash too, right?
It's like a 50-50. Like sometimes it's pretty good, and then other times it's like, dude, like I ordered the same exact pizza like barely a week ago, and it's like completely different. I don't know, and it seems to always be the same guy, so it's just really inconsistent. But it's like good enough to be like, all right, like
I'll give you money.
Yeah, every now and then it's pretty disappointing. But so they tell me that Tomato Garden by Acme is like the shit. It's their favorite pizza place, whatever. So over the weekend. Me and the broad are like, all right, let's scoop some shit. Like, she wants pizza. I want like a dinner, like a chicken dinner or something. I decided to go with franchise. She gets like a medium pie because that's the smallest they had, which is all right because I had a slice or two anyway. So I call. Girl tells me about 20 minutes. So I'm like, all right, whatever. So the broad drives me. I need to pick up some booze for myself. By the time I get there, it was probably like 25 minutes. Not ready yet. Whatever, no big deal. So I'm waiting. At this point,
was it busy in there?
No. It was a Saturday night, and there was probably like, I would say like 80% of the place was empty. Easy.
All right.
There was like not many people in there at all.
Were there tickets hanging or something?
It wasn't full line of tickets.
Okay.
Like it's a Saturday night. I'm sure you had shit going, but like none of the ovens were full with pizzas at all. Mm-hmm. So it's like almost 45, 50 minutes at this point since I like checked the call on my phone and I'm like, yo, what the fuck is taking so long for a chicken franchise dinner and a medium plain pie? Apparently it was the pie because when I got in there, he must have like snuck it in the oven when I wasn't looking, like playing like fucking pool against like one of you fucking guys over a text message or something. But that's what I was waiting on. That's what he pulled out. And then because my dinner was fucking in like a corner somewhere.
It sucks. So your dinner was fucked at that point.
Yeah, and I'm not even about to get into how fucking shitty dinner was. The pizza was like all right, not too great. The fact that I had to wait like almost 50 minutes for a chicken dinner and a pizza, and it was Saturday night, but I'm telling you, dude, it was not busy.
Right? No, I trust
like there was a guy, like a server / busboy or whatever, standing next to me while I'm like waiting. You know what I mean? Like it ain't that busy. So I finally get my shit. We bring it home. I open up my chicken franchise dinner, dude. There's like no sauce on it. It's literally just chicken with like the egg batter around it.
Well, at least
like,
you had that.
Huh?
At least you had the egg batter, right? Just grilled chicken and pasta.
Dude, I pick it up. It's like butter with like lemon juice squirted in. It's like not even a roux. It's like fucking... it's hands down the worst chicken franchise I've ever had in my life. No pizza place I've ever gotten chicken franchise from. It's not like at least made a roux. Maybe there's not too much sauce, but like...
Right.
It was fucking... And like you could tell, like I was like dipping the pasta and trying to get like the taste of it. You could tell it was literally just butter with lemon juice fucking squirted in, dude. It was garbage.
See, that's why I don't get those. The only dinner I might get from like a pizza place is a marsala,
dude.
Just because even if they suck and they just pour marsala, why not? Like, all right, I can eat it. Loaded with Parmesan cheese.
I know you've gotten pizza from there in Sparta, but have you ever gotten dinners from Frank's? They're fucking great, dude. Like I've gotten chicken parm and chicken franchise from Frank's, multiple like locations throughout New Jersey,
right?
And they're always fucking good, dude. My mom used to take us out to Frank's all the time, dude. And I'd always get like chicken parm.
Just gotta make franchise on your own, man. It's always better. I kind of showed you how to do it, but then I gave up because I was hammered.
Yeah, we were definitely both hammered, so I barely remember the recipe. But I'm pretty sure it's just like a roux with butter, right? And then you like get lemons going. But you know,
if you want to make, I make a roux because I make the sauce like super thick as fuck. But you don't even need to like. You could just add like there's a French name for it. I don't fucking remember. You just take a ball of soft butter and roll it in flour and throw it at the end, and it'll like thicken a little bit. That's all you really need.
What pissed me off about this chicken franchise is that like the chicken was like literally dry.
Well, it was also sitting there forever. I think that's a big part of it too. Like that, with all that pasta in there. And then the breading on the chicken, like even
the chicken's on top, it was like obviously just sitting on top. It was
right, but even it doesn't matter.
Some of the
like
pasta was dry. Like I really feel like they barely like got some of it. And it was like, it was. Really
I agree
bad.
with you, but there's a chance that if it sat there for a half hour, like all the pasta would just absorb it, and like the chicken too, and it would just dry out. That does happen.
That could have been what happened.
But it could have been. It's probably both. It was probably they fucked off with it and just squirt a lime on it or a lemon on it, and then fucking it sat there for a half hour.
Yeah. But it was extremely disappointing. So fuck that place. Definitely never going back.
But you know what you do if you have that problem? Put a giant pound of sawdust cheese, the fucking Parmesan you get at the store, and just cover it in hot sauce. Call it a day. You know, you're probably high or drunk, right?
With lemon. No, it wasn't.
Clearly, there was no lemon on it.
It was literally, like I said, it was like melted butter with lemon. It was definitely fucking bullshit.
Do you remember how mad your dad got when you're making, like, you took like a jar of tomato sauce and you would add Parmesan cheese,
I added hot sauce
shit,
to it.
And hot sauce.
He's like, what the? This is Italian food, you fucking asshole. I added hot sauce to it, you stupid dick.
He was so mad.
Yeah, I was in a kick where I was like throwing hot sauce in like everything I made, even like Italian food, and it would be pretty good, but it's like a pretty acquired taste. You know what I mean? Like you just can't throw hot sauce in.
Yeah, but it is fucking. I put hot sauce on everything.
Yeah,
I can't name something I don't put hot sauce on.
Yeah, but you're like a massive fan of hot sauce. I still like hot sauce a lot.
See, I don't like ketchup.
I use hot sauce a lot less than I used to.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, like, you know, I could bother, like, dipping a burger in hot... I mean, hot sauce on a burger is probably dope, but I don't know. I'm a ketchup guy with a lot of stuff.
You know what? See, on a burger, I'm more of Heinz 57, for sure. As much as Jimmy Buffett's a cunt. Well, I don't think he owns the Dolphins anymore, so I think we're okay. I think I can officially...
What do the Dolphins have to do with Heinz, though? Is it, like, all wrapped up in some fucking...
Well... He sings that fucking Cheeseburger in Paradise song. He sings about Heinz 57.
Oh, does he?
Yeah.
Well, Heinz is clearly like the best ketchup. Like you can actually taste the difference.
I don't like ketchup.
Well, then what the fuck you talk about ketchup for?
I'm talking about Heinz
Wasting
57.
time on the podcast. It's been 21 minutes, almost 22 minutes. I can't even fathom why the fuck people listen.
Cocktail.
Heinz
57 is not ketchup, dude.
What is it? Is it mustard?
No, it's like a special sauce.
Oh, I don't know what the fuck that is.
Dude, it's fucking retarded.
Why don't you just say that? Why don't you just...
I figured you knew what it was. You're a fat kid. I'm a fat kid.
That's true. That's my bad. So what is it? Is it like some half-ass barbecue sauce or something?
It's like, how do you describe it? It's like a tangy... I guess it's almost the middle grounds from like a Texas barbecue sauce or Memphis and like a Carolina barbecue sauce, like it's in the middle. So it's very vinegary and saucy, but it's also got that like ketchup base to it and like thick. It's fucking delicious. I'll take care of you next time when I get my grill.
Take care, old Fudge.
I tried to get a grill the other day. The first time in my life, right?
You told the story already.
Yeah,
you told the story
it's fucked up.
Went into extreme detail.
Pissed.
We need to start getting you like memory pills or something, man.
Dude, I forget all the shit. Even when I'm sober now. Like
you probably drink enough when you drink to, in fact, kill those sober thoughts, or the brain cells that held those sober thoughts.
I didn't have a drink on Monday, and like Kristen was telling me all sort of like the shit that's going on this week. Like I get the garage door opener tomorrow, and the floor is on Wednesday or whatever. She told me she on Monday, and like a Tuesday, I was like, wait, so what's going on with that? She's like, I fucking hate you.
That's why, like. I started using my calendar. Like, as it lame as it makes me feel, I like have to. If I didn't, I would have no idea who's on the podcast this weekend or next weekend. By the way, it's Eric this weekend, Pat next weekend.
Eric on Saturday.
We got to hurry to finish the fucking table so we can get the Challenger and Airy on. Airy's fucking begging to get on.
Yeah, what
Bring
about the Challenger?
On. Bring him on. Well, I'm saying to both of them, dude.
Yeah, of course. But like, does he know about it? Or?
He's going to say yes.
No, I know that.
Challenger.
Yeah.
I didn't schedule nothing yet. I got to wait till the table's here. But once the table's here, then we got all kinds of people scheduled. Scott Paul, my brother, and the other Steve.
Yep.
Challenger and Airy. So
I guess worst case, we can use one of the older mics too.
Fuck that. I ain't trying to deal with that.
I'm working a shitload this month.
I know, it's fucking everything up, but...
I know, but I'm behind on last month. But if I think I might be able to pay this off.
Oh, word. Yeah, whatever.
I think.
Give me money, you fucking pussy.
Oh, yeah. Remind me. All right. Well,
that's other money. I was just saying that in general.
I have to get a cocktail real quick.
All right. Well, I'm going to pause because
that's fine. Yeah. I don't care.
Morning after pill. Morning have. Oh, Bert. Just watching Bert Kreischer in Hawaii. He's like, dude, I'm in Hawaii right now, and it's amazing. But I'm sick of this bullshit. I need me like a Six Flags and a fucking steak burger. That's why I'm coming to Texas.
Texas. I don't think I could ever go to Hawaii. It's too far away.
I'd go to Hawaii in a heartbeat. It's just insanely expensive. Like,
Yeah, but it's also like, it's fucking like 12, 13 hours away.
dude, Hawaii is like, it looks like unlike anything we've ever seen, dude.
Well, yeah.
I'd go to Hawaii in a heartbeat.
I ain't flying coach for 12 fucking hours, dude. Fuck that.
You haven't even been flying coach lately. You've been doing your little first fucking class thing at the last minute, hoping it works out for you.
It has been.
So what do? You guys just wing it, and just hope that they'll upgrade to first class?
Yeah,
for
you
a
buy
couple
the tickets, and then depending on the airline, so we always fly United, even though there's so many people that hate United. So the whole throwing that person off or whatever.
I was actually at that airport when that happened.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was in Chicago for work at my old job, and I was looking at it after the plane ride. And I think I remember being in my car going home or something like that. And I was like, dude, I was at that airport. It was, and I think I flew United, but it wasn't. It was a different flight, obviously. But I remember I was like, dude, that's the same day I was there. I think it happened a couple hours before or after.
Right.
Because it was on the plane, obviously, so I wouldn't have seen it anyway. But yeah, no, I was there that day. In Chicago.
I think a lot of that too is that all the videos show just poor innocent person getting thrown off. There's got to be more to it than that, right? Them doing something
I think what it
stupid.
It's he's refusing to get off, which I don't blame him.
Because they overbooked the flight or something.
Yeah. So that's the first thing. They over fucking book it. Second thing, it's you got people, I'm guessing air marshals start getting involved. They're probably the ones who dragged them off. I'm sure
yeah, of course.
Flight attendants and shit can't drag people off. But it's I understand where he's coming from. And I guess he was a doctor. And I think he had to be somewhere for surgery or something. He had something really important to do. And he was like, this isn't my fault. You overbooked it. I need to stay on this flight. I need to get to where I'm going. But at the same time, it's I ain't fucking around with a flight attendant. I ain't dealing with that bullshit getting stuck in that airport security, man. And they start getting fucking marshals on your ass. Just fuck that, dude. All right, whatever. At least, but then again, that guy's probably even richer than he already was now.
You should have been first class, man. You make that much damn money. You're a doctor.
Apparently, that's what I'm pretty sure the story was. But I mean, who knows? Maybe I'll do that next time. Maybe I'll just throw a fit and fuck around and just sue the fuck out of him. Then we could use all the money for the podcast. Won't have to work anymore.
That's out. Don't do that.
You get a call from me? Yeah, dude, man, I think I said I'd try that plane that one time.
It didn't work, man. We're not rich. I can't sue. We're fucked, man. We're fucked.
Well, not
you
even
have to
that,
do the podcast for the next 7 months.
Can you, you got anything saved up after you just bought a house to come bail me out, please?
I would just laugh and hang up. And then call your mom and be like, yeah, Fudge is fucked, man.
Don't call my mom. She'll fuck kid. All that's going to do is worse in this situation, dude.
Well, she'd probably pay for you, though. And then beat your ass.
You never heard about what my mom told me my entire life? She's told me my entire life, if you ever fucking get arrested, don't use your call on me because I'm not going to fucking help you. And never will I ever fucking do it.
All right, fair enough. Well, anyway, like I said, I used to upgrade, dude. So you can check in 24 hours beforehand. So our flight to Cancun last year was at 8 a.m., I think. Something pretty early. Not crazy early, but pretty early. Or the day before, I woke up at 5 a.m. and just started, literally started drinking at 5 a.m. and playing Zelda.
Nice.
Because my plan was yeah, dude, I gotta wake up at 8. I get fucking anxiety if I'm stuck on places. So I need a shitload of sleep. So I woke up at 5 a.m. and passed out at 5 p.m. That was my day. I just played Zelda and drank all day. It was fucking awesome. But at 6 p.m. or 6 a.m., I was all right, I could check in. It was 8. So I could check in 24 hours. They're like, oh, check in, the info, your flight, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, oh, all right, seat change. You can change your fucking seat. So even if you don't want to upgrade, there's usually seats you can change. So if you're window and you want the aisle or something, there's usually always something.
The move is to check in as soon as you can because then you get the dibs on whatever you want.
Yeah,
right?
exactly. And then all of a sudden there's 2 first class. I'm like, all right, well, let's see what this shit's about. Let's fuck with this, right? because the year before in the Bahamas, we were offered first class. They're like, "Oh, do you want first class for $150?" And we're like, "No, no." Like, I was just like, "No, no, no, no." And then we were walking away. We're like, "Well, she was happy." I was like, "What was I thinking?"
Yeah, $150 total or each?
It was probably each. I don't remember.
Still, I feel like that's worth it.
Yes. Well, the Bahamas
Just
isn't so
one
bad
flight?
because like the flight back from the Bahamas was like 2 hours. Like it's a short flight.
Yeah.
2.5 hours, I think.
I guess the flight there, you would care more about it, though, because it's like you're starting your vacation. You can start it off in style. You know what I
Right.
mean?
So I'm like, fuck. So I go on, and it was literally, I'm like, all right, well, they're probably ridiculously priced, but let's see what the deal is. And when they go upgrade, it's like $150 each. I was like, done deal. $300 right on my card.
Yeah.
Like, Krista was all against it. She's like, I don't want to do first class. I'm like, all right, well, can I do it and leave you in coach? She said, yeah, but you knew that would just fuck the whole vacation if I did it. So I was
What
like,
do you even ask her for? Just fucking do it. She's not going to get mad at you for upgrading.
well,
You pay for it. It's a
No,
little
no. What
surprise,
I'm
right?
saying is like I was gonna upgrade myself and pay for myself, and then if
You
she
are
didn't want to pay,
such an asshole, dude.
she's fucked off
Why
in coach, right?
in the fuck is your girlfriend with you?
And that's why I said to her, and she's like,
You're
yeah,
the biggest dipshit I've ever met in my entire life. You're such an asshole. What, dude? I wouldn't even say anything to my girlfriend. I would be like, $300, worth it.
Well, let me finish
I
my
would change
story.
it, and I wouldn't even tell her about it. And when they start talking about first class, I'd be like, babe, come with me there, babe. About to get a hand job in first class right now.
First class hand job.
The fat guy next to me who's rich, about to watch you give me a hand job. Surprised the bro with a hand.
I've never talked about this on the podcast.
No, not this exact upgrade story. I mean, I bitched to you for upgrading to first class, being a bougie fucking prick. But
So I'm like, yeah, if you don't want to pay, like I'll upgrade myself. She's like, okay, fine, I don't care. So I'm like, that's gonna fuck the vacation, right? So I'm
she
like,
was
all right.
probably like doing the classic broad thing, like, yeah, sure, go ahead, honey. That's gonna end just great. Go for it. You leave her in
Into
the
my-
fucking in the lobby. All right, first class is boarding. Bye, sweetie.
Adios. See you in Cancun, babe.
Stupid. She passes by you. You're already drinking. Like, hey, babe.
Have fun in the back, bitch. I mean, in my defense, like she would have had an extra seat open, so more leg room.
Somebody would have. They would have sold that seat. Actually, no. Bahamas,
That's
maybe
not
not.
true. No, like if you're going to Chicago or something, but like, when we went to the Dominican, we went in coach and it was 3 seats. Obviously, we didn't have a third person the whole
That's
time.
dope.
Yeah, really dope.
You might be able to like pull up the arm thing.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Like kind of spread it out. So
Hundo
it's like,
P,
it's
yeah.
really.
She's by window, I was aisle.
But first class, don't you get like free drinks and shit?
Big time, dude. So I bought.
How do they cut you off?
No. They're like,
Oh my god, that's dangerous.
so this is literally what happened. So I'm like, all right, fuck. I bit the bullet. I'm like, I'm not trying to ruin vacation. I'll buy her the ticket on my own credit card, right?
Which you never should have asked or tell her what you were going to do in the first place.
Well, whatever. What are you gonna do? So she wakes up
Not
at like
tell her.
she wakes up at like 8 or 9 a.m. and so I'm already drinking since 5, right? She's like, oh my god, like I didn't think you were really gonna do this. I'm like, playing Zelda. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, check this out. I got first class for us. She's like, oh, cool. Like, she's like, I guess if you're paying, like, I'll see what the deal is and fuck with it or whatever. Like, she was happy, but she was like, it really wasn't that big of a deal.
Yeah.
And then we got on first class, so we show up, and
How much bigger is the seat? Is it like double the size of coach? Like, what's it like? Is it like,
yeah, it's like sitting on a recliner.
it's like a love seat, right?
So it's
Or not a love seat. I'm sorry, like a recliner. Yeah.
yeah. So like it changes from flights, not even from airlines, just like how big the plane is or whatever. But ours was 3 seats in coach, and then first class was 2 seats, but they took up the same amount of space as the 3 seats. So it was like a big spot. So we sit. They're like, "Oh, you guys come on first." We're like, "Fucking right, bitch. What up?" And we sit down. Like the lady was literally like, everyone first class was ordering like coffees and shit. I was like, "I'll take a."
I would have been like, can I have a triple fucking Jameson? Like, what do you do? Like,
There
what?
wasn't Jameson on there.
It's like Dewar's and Jack Daniels is what they usually have. They usually have Jack to like to favor like the American whiskey
Right.
people. And they have Dewar's to favor like the
Scotch.
yeah.
I think I was doing Tito's and Sprite. So I was like, yeah, I'll just take a Tito's and Sprite. And she's like, all right, cool. And I was expecting some kind of judgment. And she's like, fucking vacation, right? Cool.
Dude, I don't give a shit what time, man. If me and the broad are like going to like somewhere nice for a vacation, we're flying, especially we're in first class. I don't give a fuck what time it is, dude. I'm fucking
drinking.
snagging a drink, man. What the fuck not? When me and my dad visited my mom, this is before my dad retired and moved out to Vegas, but my mom was already out there.
Right,
me and
was
my
it
dad,
Tony or whatever.
yeah, when
Captain
Tony was still
Corduroy.
here, Captain Corduroy. Me and my dad went out there, and I think we had like an earlier flight. I think it was like early in the morning, not too early, but I ordered a drink, and I think he was like busting my chops, like telling my mom, like, this fucking guy ordering a whiskey at like 10 in the morning or whatever. I'm like, Dad's fucking vacation, bro.
It's an airplane, buddy. Relax.
What do you want from me, man? I mean, for Christ's sake, this is the only vacation I fucking get this year, buddy.
Yeah, fuck off.
Got to get started early.
Yeah, that's what we did. The best part is like when you send coach, let's say you're at like a 3-hour flight. They probably come by with the drink cart once, then the food cart. And then,
That's why you got to order a double right away, I feel like.
yeah, like they only come by twice. Like I guess it's different when you fly further or whatever, but like I guess you could probably press the button, they would come to you, right? And you can get another drink.
Well, that's the thing. When you're paying, you might
Then
be
you're
able
just
to,
a dick, right?
well, if you're paying, I think it's different because if you're paying, it's like, all right, you're making the airline money. They ain't going to say no to you unless you're acting like an asshole or something. But
Right. Like
I mean,
the Wade Boggs challenge.
I remember one time I went on a flight, and I want to say it might have been the way. It was either the way there, but it was late at night, and I didn't have to work until the next day, or
Right.
it was the way back, and it was like the weekend, whatever. But I remember being like, all right, I'm having some drinks, and I remember with the lady, and I was like, oh, I ordered I think I ordered a double because it's like you said, they only come around like once or twice, so you got to get a
Get
nice
your
little
deal.
buzz
Get your
and
deal,
fucking
yeah.
enjoy your flight.
Well, if you're me, we're having drinks beforehand, but yeah, that's besides.
Well, of course. Yeah, so I asked her, I was like, oh, you want my card now? Because I'm probably going to get a couple drinks. I feel like drinking. She's like, no, it's okay. I ended up not even paying for any of my drinks, which was awesome.
Really?
Well, she didn't take my card. I was like, do I need to like, quote unquote, open a tab? Do you want my card now? I'm going to order a few drinks. She's like, wait till the end. And I ordered like 2 or 3 drinks, and I think they were all doubles. But she just never came around and fucking asked for me to pay. And I honestly, I would have mentioned something to her because I don't really like doing that. You know what I mean?
Right.
But I honestly, I had a nice little buzz. I'm like walking off the plane. I'm like, oh my God, I didn't, she never asked me to pay. Holy shit. And like, I'm like walking up the terminal thing, like into the fucking airport lobby. And I'm like,
Right, yeah, at that
I mean,
point.
what the fuck am I going to do now? I'm going to turn back around and going to come some terror. Get a fat white guy. Get on the ground.
Boom!
I just want to pay my bill. But yeah, that was definitely fucking awesome. Not paying for it or whatever. But
That's smooth. But yeah, dude, first class, like it's 6 rows. So they're standing in front.
Can't you bring a bunch of airplane bottles in a bag?
You can bring as many airplane bottles as you can fit in a quart-size bag.
Okay. And
So
there's no you can't get in trouble or anything. Like that's legitimate.
That's legitimate, but you can't drink them on a plane. Legally, you can't drink them on a plane.
So you got to sneak that shit.
Not really. No one gives a fuck.
All right, perfect.
Like I guess don't do it when the stewardess is standing right there. That's probably a dick move, right? And then they might say something.
Yeah, makes sense.
Or I guess if you're sitting with someone, they're just like offended or something. There's some kind of lib or something like, oh, he's drinking on the plane.
Well, that you just sneeze on that asshole.
Yeah,
what else can you do without what I mean?
But realistically,
sorry, dude.
You have to be a
Fucking
big time cunt to get caught drinking those bottles. No one gives a fuck. Just don't be a dick.
Yeah. Well, see, dude, what I do, I just go on Spotify and save a bunch of music to my phone because obviously I ain't paying that $30 charge for internet. Fuck that.
First class, baby.
I
You
just
don't need
throw on
to.
a bunch of fucking death metal and I just fucking get a nice buzz. I just stare out the window and I'm like,
See, I can't fit in a window seat. You fit in a window
smaller?
seat? The window seats are smaller.
Well, I see.
It rounds out.
Yeah, I've definitely sat in window seats before.
Oh, I can't
for
do
sure.
it, man. Well, this was back when I was kind of jacked-ish. Still fat as fuck, but had some muscle. So I was kind of wide.
Yeah, I mean, every airplane seat I've ever sat in, I'm like, you know what I mean? I'm kind of everything, and I'm always like this, especially if I get stuck in the middle. My arms are like this,
Right.
You know what I mean? Because and then the people next to me are like, "Hey, what's going on?" I'm like, "Fuck you," Like Jim Jeffries fucking, you get the window seat, the middle gets the armrests, and then the end gets the extra leg room with one armrest. And some people cunt out on that hard.
Oh, I'm sure.
I've been in the middle seat before where both fucking people had both their fucking arms, and I was sitting there like this. And like,
no, you can take the back of the armrest or the front of the armrest.
Yeah.
You take the back. You take the whole fucking thing.
Yeah. Dude, seriously, and like you can't do anything because you cannot start a problem on an airplane. You know what I mean? Last thing I'm ever going to do is start any type of, even if it's a minor confrontation on an airplane. I'm not going to be that guy that like the plane lands and I'm stuck in some fucking room for 8 hours because some fat fucking cunt fucking was putting her arms in the chair rests or the armrests when I was in the middle seat and she had the fucking end seat.
When we were coming home from the Dominican, I forget one of the islands. There was we were all the way in the back, and there was these two humongous people, like humongous, like they barely fit in it, like big.
You just buy 3 seats for the two of you. That's what you do.
Yeah, but they didn't though.
Fat fucks.
So this poor bro. Okay, and so the guy was sitting middle seat. His broad was sitting aisle. The chick that they didn't know had to sit window. That was her ticket.
How'd she get out to take a piss?
Well, she didn't even get there. She's like, oh, well, like, yeah, like it was this whole thing. And the stewardess saw it right away and was like, oh, fuck, like this is going to be a problem, right? So these two fat fucks are like, well, yeah, you could sit in your window seat, so sit there. And they like, they didn't even move to like get up. She's like, oh, what can you move so I can sit there? But there was no room in the window because his fucking tit was just hanging over the fucking window thing. Like basically sitting in the windowsill his tit was, right? So the stewardess, like, she's like, okay, well, can you guys move in? I'll sit here. But like, she's being super cool about it because she knows she's like, oh, this is gonna fucking suck. And the stewardess was like, oh, don't worry about it. Like, they bumped this bitch to first class because how lucky is that? She got stuck with two fatties and they bumped her first class.
Dude, I mean,
well, it was a seat open. I don't know what would have happened. I guess if there was no first class, they would have been like,
you're beat.
Figure it the fuck out.
I mean, I get it, man. Like, you don't want to like be offended and told you're fat when you're a fat fuck and everything. But at the same time, it's like, come on, man. Do you give a shit about anybody else but yourself? That person didn't make you fat, motherfucker. You did. Now she's gonna sit in between your tit and a fucking window. You know what I mean? Sexy. That's like
I'll figure it out where it'll clip at some point.
I think it's got a clip to go good. You know, until I like take the time to like figure out some compression that we have on like 24/7.
Right.
Which I may never do.
I don't really care.
I've been getting away with not having to do it, so. I just think that's fucked up, man. I mean, that just goes along with like most of the world anyway. Nobody's giving a shit about anybody else usually, but like, I mean, I don't, I pack a bag. I like bring like a pair of jeans and like a work shirt or two and like a bunch of pairs of underwear and socks. The stuff that actually smells like shit when you work. You know what I mean? It's like and a couple of tees to wear under work shirt. And like I have a bag and like borrow Jesse's like DS or bring my PSP or like, and that's a wrap, dude. You know, and I stuff my bag under that chair. Bitch. I don't check nothing. I'm just sitting in a corner, just having a couple drinks, listening to death metal. Like I can't wait till this is over. Can't wait till it's over.
See, that's the thing. Like, if you ever want to plane with me, I think you'd enjoy it. You'd be like, nah, keep flying.
Well, once I catch a nice buzz and I save a decent amount of music, if I get like the right album and like, you know, if I can like if I'm actually at a window seat or if I'm at the end and I can catch somebody else's window seat, you just kind of look at the landscape. You're like kind of hammered.
I want an aisle,
jamming music.
I just want to be fucking off in the aisle.
Well, the aisle's nice if you got to go take a piss because if you're fucking drinking and you got to pee, fuck yeah, I definitely hear you. But that's the thing. Like we even went like, well, apparently we're gonna go fucking hard for our birthdays next year and we're gonna be flying down. So like. We have to figure that whole thing out. I mean, if we don't want to get first class, whatever. I mean, who knows?
Well, you can't buy first class because it's like an extra fucking $1,500.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
It's retarded.
But we need to like check in like the second we can start checking in and make sure we sit next to each other. And like,
well, if we buy tickets together, then we'll be right there.
Yeah,
together, hand in hand.
Maybe even buy like an extra fucking seat in each row so we just get like, we'll see what's cheaper. First class or just buying the extra seat, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I think we're going to Savannah?
That's what it's supposed. That's what you guys said, right? I'm just tagging along trying to ruin everybody's time. That's all I'm going to be trying to do. Connor gave the thumbs up. Sniper of the Year says it's okay, then I think we're fine.
Yeah, we're cool. He's Sniper of the Year, man.
I couldn't really imagine what it'd be like for Sniper of the Year to say something's not okay, then see
He
what
rarely
that's like.
does.
Yeah, but like, what happens when that happens? You know what I mean? Like, starting to get Connor mad because he like never gets mad. Like, I could picture Sean getting mad. Kevin not really. Oh, dude. All right, hold on. Oh yeah, but that's later in April, right? Because we booked Kevin, and I was like, wait a minute, because I thought we only had 2 podcasts booked, but
No, we have the next 3, right? It's like Shomers,
Kevin's
Dan,
the 22nd.
or Pat.
Kevin's
What's your buddy's name?
Hold on, do we? Okay, all right. So we do have the next 3 booked.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
My bad, I thought it was
your
only
buddy
2.
and then Kevin.
Yeah.
And then we have nothing after that.
Yeah, but that we might have to do the next week, and we might have to do 2 because I start being on call for work.
Yeah.
It's not like my old job, man. Like, I'm like, from the people that I hear that have to do it, it's like they literally just like they just sit there like it's work because tickets come.
Well, we'll when it's closer, we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
I'm not worried about it.
Like maybe we'll do 2 in one night or something. Make them both like an hour and a half, and kick one person off, get the next person going. Something like that.
We'll figure it out.
I wouldn't want to do that to a guest because that would kind of like take away from the whole experience of like the podcast going from sober to drunk and. But
sober
we'll figure it out.
fuck.
I just don't think I'm going to be able to pull off like doing a podcast during when I'm on call.
I'm not worried.
Unless you want to do it late. Unless you want to do them at like 11 at night.
You see me sweating, bitch? We're fine.
See what?
See me sweating, bitch? We're fine.
See me swerving.
Don't bother the fans with
You see Fudge swerving.
all this shit.
He drinking.
He's
about to
eating
get
2
mad.
hot dogs from 7-Eleven.
Get my
Don't
hot dogs
fucking
from
bun now.
7-Eleven. Get hot dogs from 7-Eleven. Get the chili cheese and the onion. Hot dogs from 7-Eleven. I didn't get them. I decided against it. Although now that I have like a half a drink.
Proud.
Proud. I want to watch that movie so bad, man. I've been fucking seeing like memes from it and shit lately. Or I think I've been posting like gifs from it and shit lately.
I don't get my whole life right now is revolving around. Now that I'm done with working at St. Moritz yesterday with that crazy day, my whole life, all I'm thinking about is like, all right, I'm gonna start smoking weed again, and I'm gonna watch all the Lord of the Rings.
That's what you want to try and pull off?
Dude, I've been thinking about for months.
Dude, go to the fucking doctor, man. What are you waiting for?
I think I might be getting a vape pen
Ah, all right.
sent to me.
I wonder by who.
Don't know.
I wonder who's going to do that. That may or may not have been on the podcast.
I think that's the move, and I'm just getting high as shit.
Be careful with that vape pen. That. I mean, you're doing it like the easiest, healthiest way to take in THC for sure. You know what I mean? You ain't smoking it, so you don't have to worry about the carcinogens getting in your. I mean, why do you give a fuck?
Clearly,
anyway?
I care about that.
Yeah, you'd fucking drink your liver into oblivion. Why the fuck would you give a
My
shit?
liver is a stud, man. It really is a fucking
Because you
beast.
fucking, you know how much scar tissue is going to be on that thing? Thing probably built another liver one day when you fucking were sober for 2 weeks and attached it to itself to help it out.
No, I talk to people and they're like, "Oh yeah, dude, I drank for like 3 days, like heavy. Like my fucking got a liver pain." I'm like, "What?"
Dude, if you fucking make something do something enough for a long enough time, it's going to get used to it. It's called human nature, man. Organs do it too,
man.
bro.
They're cool, man.
But then eventually they're like,
I eat a bunch of salad. I drink a shitload of water. I'm cool.
but it's kind of like, think of your liver as like a crazy Irish dude who treats his body like shit. Like, you know, the normal guy like works construction. He smokes like 3 packs of cigarettes a day, drinks like a 30 pack when he gets home, beats his wife, wakes up every day and does that for like 40 years straight, right? 40, 50 years old, that guy's heart explodes. Oh, dad's dead. And the wife's like, thank God, because he stopped beating me. Now, that same guy would have lived to like 70, 80 if he wasn't drinking like a 30 pack a day, smoking 2, 3 packs of cigarettes every day.
Thank God I don't smoke,
Beating his wife. See what I'm saying? It's like, so now your liver, put your liver in this drunk wife beater's place.
Right.
You get a liver, you could have a couple drinks here or there, whatever, it's fine. But you're violently massacring that thing a good 2, 3 times
What
a
the
week, I
fuck
would
is
say.
a couple
Couple what?
drinks?
Nothing you ever practice partaking in. So 2, 3 times a week, I would say, I'm just guessing, you like massacre that poor motherfucker. Now it's used to it,
right.
but it's getting overworked, and it's just, you know, instead of your liver failing at like 60, it's going to fail at like 40. But then you'll get a new
Well, I
one.
got 10 years. I'm cool.
Actually, they probably won't give you a new one because they'll be like,
no way. Well, maybe by then they'll be like,
We'll be walking in the the hospital with like bottles of Jameson. Keith's liver's failing. We gotta get him going.
hopefully by then they'll have prosthetic livers, you know? Just pop one in.
I think like when you have liver failure and you get put on the transplant list, you 100% cannot even have a single drink if you want to get a liver.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, why would that not be a rule?
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, even like, I think if you're like, oh, well, you know, I had a glass of wine at like, you know, my friend's wedding, they're like, nah, you're beat, dude. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, of
you gotta
course.
like go dead sober. But then you get that liver, then what? Like, then you fucking destroy that one too, I guess, right?
Well, you're brand new. If I make it to 40, you get a brand new guy. I got another 40
Is
years
that what
of
you would
drinking.
do? Is that what you would do? To somebody who died and gave you that liver, you'd ruin that liver too?
Well, yeah, of course.
You think you would do that? I don't know if I could pull it off. I think I'd have to like just
You think?
like switch to weed or something. Hopefully
I
it's
told you,
fucking
Lord
legal
of the
by then.
Rings. I'll be smoking weed. Lord of the Rings. Can't wait.
We need to figure out joining you there, buddy.
What's that?
I could do that during the week too.
What?
Saying like I don't have to like hang out and drink with you. You know what I mean? Like be hungover.
Yeah.
Just come over and fucking watch Lord of the Rings. Be like, I love this movie.
Ah, it's so good, dude. I remember the first time not the first time. So people always say like, all right, if they're new to Lord of the Rings, which it's so fucking old now. But like people are like, should I watch the extended editions or the regular? I'm like, watch the regular. Because if you watch the extended, you can be fucking bored as shit.
I don't know if I've ever seen any of the extendeds. I own the regulars on Blu-ray, just the regulars. None of the Hobbits, but I own the regulars. I watched them a bunch, obviously. But
If you watch the extendeds of the Lord of the Rings, you're essentially watching 6 movies. Like each extended movie is like fucking 4 hours or something
is
crazy.
it really 4 fucking hours?
Last time?
Is it worth it?
Oh my god, yeah.
It's really that much better?
Well, because it fills in so much more of the story. Like the whole time when you're like, all right, so at the end of the Hobbit, where like you have to go see Aragorn or whatever to fucking what's his name, the blonde elf dude. We talked about this on like recently on the podcast.
Blonde elf, dude?
Yeah, fucking what's his name?
Oh, the guy with the bow and arrow.
Yeah.
I don't remember his name off the top of my head. I'm really bad with names, especially
Yeah,
with
I
like,
know, me too.
with like Lord of the Rings and fucking Game of Thrones and shit. I can't remember anybody's name. I remember I'll know everything in the story and know who's who when I'm watching, but like to just remember all those fucking crazy 2nd century names and shit, fuck
Right.
all that shit.
So at the end of The Hobbit, they're like, you have to go find fucking this guy. You're like, well, wait a second. Like, this is way before the Lord of the Rings. How the fuck can he go talk to Aragorn, right?
Because elves are fucking like hundreds of years old, man.
Right. But Aragorn, how old is he?
Oh, I don't fucking know.
See, that's the thing. It's like, obviously, he should be dead and it doesn't work out. I forget the exact thing, but he...
Should be dead. Why would he be dead? Because the Hobbit was before the Lord of the Rings. So if he's telling him to go see that elf guy, the elf guy is obviously through all the Lord of the Rings. So what do you mean he would be dead?
The Hobbit movie was so many years before the Lord of the Rings, is what I'm
Not
saying.
so many. Bilbo was in that shit.
Yeah, and Bilbo's old as fuck.
How old?
He's got gray hair and wrinkles. Like, it's literally, I think it's like 20 years difference from the. I have to
wait,
Google it.
I think you're mixing up parts. There's parts in the Hobbit that is showing Bilbo.
No, Bilbo's young.
Older.
Bilbo's young in the Hobbit.
Yes, but there's parts in the Hobbit when they're showing Bilbo old.
That's fine. But what I'm saying is, in the Lord of the Rings, Bilbo's old as fuck when he gives Frodo the ring and blah blah blah.
Yeah, but I don't. I think that's like normal, like human lifespan, not like elf lifespan. Elves can be like hundreds of years.
I'm not talking about the elves. What I'm talking about is human lifespan. So Aragorn, if he's already like established as a person in the Hobbit, and then all of a sudden Lord of the Rings 20, 30 years later, he's still a very young person.
Is the Hobbit that much before Lord of the Rings?
Yeah, Bilbo's young as fuck. Then he's old as fuck in Lord of the Rings. I gotta look it up now. You're not getting it.
We might just be mixing up who we think we're talking about.
No. Years.
No, pussy.
No, trust me. Hobbit.
Thank God I worked from home today. I would have got here like 20 minutes ago. Now we're like almost done.
All right, Hobbit takes place 60 years before The Lord of the Rings. So they're mentioning Aragorn, and then 60 years go by.
Who's the king?
Yeah, he should be old as fuck, but he's not.
You sure they didn't say a different name? I really doubt they'd let a plot hole like that happen. Because he's human. So
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
I understand that, but
So
I'm trying to say
that's
there's no way they'd let a plot hole like that slip in there.
But they do in the normal Lord of the Rings. They do. You're just like, oh, I guess he's, I don't know. And when you watch the extended versions, there's a scene between him and the broad in the third or the second one. I can't remember. Where he's like,
Liv Tyler?
Who?
Liv Tyler. The broad. Steven Tyler's fucking. Won't cry.
No.
My mouth's fucking.
No, it's the chick that wants to bang him in the third movie.
Bang Bilbo?
Bilbo's fucking gone, long gone. We're talking about Lord of the Rings now.
It's Liv Tyler the whole time, isn't it?
Yeah, but at the end there's that blonde chick who is
She's trying to get in there, and Liv Tyler comes back like, "Nah, motherfucker, that's my man, you cunt." I don't remember the bitch you're talking about, but
the point is they're talking.
I remember another bitch. Well, no, that was like in the first movie. There was like that other bitch, right? But then she dies, and Aragorn's like real bummed about it. But it's like, okay, I'll just go fuck Liv Tyler still.
No, she doesn't die. She goes to the other realm. When's the last time you watched Lord of the Rings, dude?
A long time ago.
Because you're really pissing me off right now.
You get all mad at me and shit.
The point is there's a lot of plot holes, and then you watch the extended version, and you're like, oh. So, like, my favorite one's at the end when they're walking into Mordor, and he's like, he gives that speech, and he's like, we're gonna fucking blah, and he thinks Frodo's dead at that point. But when you watch the I'm not even gonna talk about it to you right now. Let's move on.
We should just.
The
watch
point is
that
we need to
instead of
watch
Paint.
the extended versions big time.
You know, awesome that'd be just watch that instead of Paint.
We ain't got time for that.
We
dude.
stopped
I got
right
work
this
tomorrow.
second.
Like, literally, they're like 4 to 5 hour movies. The extended versions.
Right this second we stop. We don't even paint.
We're painting, bitch.
I wish we could do that. I mean, I guess we could. We would just miss out on.
No, I'm too mad at you to talk about this right now.
I'm not very good at being a nerd. I mean, I am one, but it's just too much to remember everything. But you know what I feel like is a positive note on the fact that I'm not great at remembering everything about like video games and movies I play and see is that like when I watch them or play them again, it's like kind of new to me. It's almost like, I know it sounds dumb, but it's like, it's kind of like my thing. Like I enjoy not remembering stuff or like, don't go too crazy.
Yeah, of course.
Like, looking up every single thing about everything and like digging into every single fucking thing about something I'm into because it's like I'm a fan of revisiting things later on in life.
Right.
And a lot of it, it's like a little bit newer to me. And it's like a new, you know what I mean? Like when I played Granny 2, like I've definitely beat Granny 2 like probably at least twice when I was younger. And when I played that recently, a lot of that was
good,
like fucking pretty new to me. Some of it came back and was like, oh, was this what happened? I don't remember. But like, you know what I mean? Like it's kind of nice. Like I know it just seems like a cop out for me being like an idiot and forgetting a lot of stuff, but that's the way I roll, man. Keep forgetting shit and playing stuff I like or watching.
It's like I have nightmares about this podcast. I'm like, every time I'm saying something, I'm like, fuck. Did I say this on that podcast? Fuck. Do they know?
I don't want to fail the fans.
They already know? Shit, I sound like an asshole, which I normally sound like an asshole.
Every
but
single
like
time you
a
speak.
big asshole. Like a fisting, gaping
That's big.
asshole.
I almost always remember when you repeat something.
Thank God. Because I always
Just
give you a
weird.
look. I'm like,
Why do I remember?
I'm like, what's up, dude? Like, give me a sign, bitch.
It was weird. So I remember that. So, you know, so I guess like in a subtle way, I'm choosing to forget certain things because every time when you fuck up something or like say something, like you said something before, I can't remember what you repeated, but when you said it, I was like, stop it right now. You already said this.
Fuck. It's only been an hour and I forget what we were talking about.
I don't remember anything we talked about in this podcast. And I literally just finished my first drink. It has nothing to do with alcohol at all. It's just it's a lack of giving a shit. We have it all recorded. Why remember it? You know, that's
Good
the way
point.
I think about things.
Good point.
That's the way I think about life.
Yeah, I'm thinking.
What you're looking at the dildo. So
We take the American flag dildo.
All right.
We post it in that fucking statue thing with the flowers.
Have it coming out in the middle.
And then when that thing starts popping up, it goes up and down. You barely see it. It's just American flag tip. Just popping out ever so slightly. It might be too big, actually. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think it'll fit in there, unfortunately. I mean, the dildos are going to, when we build the new table, the dildos are probably just going to hang, right?
Probably. I think they'll move from place to place.
Probably. I'm afraid that, like, Mo Bixby's going to leave a big mark on your green wall there. But
Oh, Hundo P, that thing's leaving a mark. Dude, look at, there's marks in my front window. There's marks.
that's my fault.
There's dick marks everywhere.
Who came in there that they were like, nice fucking cock marks on the wall, dude?
Dude,
Who was that? That wasn't Ross.
2 coats.
It might have been Mikey Smith. Mikey Smith pops in, I think, and he's like, yeah, nice fucking dick marks on the wall. One of us trying to stick fucking Mo Bixby to the wall.
2 coats. Yeah, we're going to have to figure it out.
Dude, I'm telling you, there's just some spots here and there, but for the most part, the green's pretty good. I don't know if you're going to need a whole, I mean, you probably should get a whole other gallon, but we'll see what happens tonight when we finish this podcast.
Yeah, I think, I don't know, now it's dark, like it looks better. Like...
Even when it was lighter before, it really wasn't like that bad.
It's pretty bad. And then you got to think like this part is a first coat. So we got to like above the American flag part. And then we have to do this bottom part now too.
I mean, when you think about it, I did ask you to grab more paint today.
Yeah, I was hungover, so
I don't blame you. I mean, I'll never forcefully be like, dude, you got to do this. But, you know, I'll just, like, suggest it to see if I can convince you, and 9 times out of 10, it won't convince you.
I mean, I grabbed the orange paint, so I did something.
That is true, and that's good you did, because we were able to fucking get, like, a solid first coat down, like, the 2 main walls. So now I'll be able to finish that and probably
Let's just never end this podcast when we want the paint. I'm so over this fucking thing.
Yeah, but eventually when it all looks good, which I don't know if it'll ever happen, but it may one day, and then, you know... Right?
Yeah.
I think when we do the ceiling and the trim, we should probably tape, huh?
Yeah, I started taping. It was...
The problem is, though, you didn't do any trim with the green last time, so we can't even tape tonight. Because you got to wait until it's completely dry before you tape. Otherwise, the tape will rip up the paint with it. Although, apparently, when you leave it there, according to your girlfriend, it rips it up, too, which I think she's pretty right. But
wait, what are you talking about?
All right, so like say we paint tonight, right? And like it looks pretty much dry, so we start painting like a second or third coat. We usually do we try to do like 2 coats in one night if we can.
I think we get 2 coats tonight.
Oh, that was such a good fart. Well, you got to think, dude. It's only 7:20. Normally, it's like we started 10 minutes ago.
Yeah, well,
I work from
let's
home,
not bore the fans with paint. We'll talk afterwards.
What I'm trying to say is that like if you like. You gotta wait like a good day before you start putting painter's tape over paint. I feel like because I've done it before where I've waited an hour or two. Like this is dry, put painter's tape on it, paint, and I go to rip it off, and it starts taking the paint that hasn't fully dried.
Which we could do now because it's been days since we painted.
Why is that tape up there like that? Whose idea was that? Because it's covering the green and the white. What does that do?
No idea. Well, you want to cover it white,
but it's covering the green too.
Yeah.
So
I don't know, man. Whatever.
What are you gonna do?
What are you gonna do, bitchy poo?
I mean, maybe if we just painted in the first place and just had, you know, a little bit of sense.
Yeah, it's fucked. I don't know.
That's okay.
We'll figure it out.
Give me a little bit of music and a drink or two. I'll take care of all the shitty stuff. I don't really care. All right, we're gonna make these poor people listen anymore. Or?
I don't know. You got anything else you want to talk about?
My girlfriend getting hit on by an Indian, the American dildo, Ross crying. I think I covered everything.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, we apologize if you don't like video games.
No, we don't.
Well,
You're
do.
a fucking loser.
Some people don't like video games, man. Mike Mena's he doesn't play video games. He's like our biggest fan. I love how I said, he doesn't play video games.
Yeah. He doesn't play video games. He does not like them. Same I am. He does not like video games. He is.
So I guess we apologize, whatever. Actually, fuck you, Mike. Hey, Mike.
Yeah, but you know what? We called it I Cried in the podcast, so I'm pretty sure that people who like would probably get bored or annoyed at all our nerd talk at Ross's episode probably stuck through to listen
Just to hear him cry.
To hear him cry.
Dude, I saw him
But the
tear up.
compression that I add on later on, it cuts out.
You can't hear it,
You
huh?
can't hear, but all you hear is just empty space and then him talking like he's choking up.
You can't hear a tear at all.
He doesn't
like a
like
sniffle.
He doesn't. Maybe one or so, but he didn't really cry.
He fucking cried, dude.
Yeah, but he wasn't like, you know what I mean? Like he wasn't.
He was tearing up hard as fuck.
Yeah, but he admitted it though. He happily admitted it. Do you remember Joseph Skates from West Milford High School?
Who?
He was the black kid that lived by Jack and fucking by Germantown Road. Or
Never
whatever.
met him.
He was like one of the two black people in West Milford. I want to say he might regularly listen because it might have been Ross's share of his episode.
Right.
And he was going on and on about anime, and him and Ross are going back and forth about like Dragon Ball and Naruto and fucking a little bit of Death Note and stuff like that.
So watch Dragon
Ball.
Ball.
I was like, Joe, I was like, come on, dude. And he was like, oh, like I don't know if anything I would say would be that interesting, but you know, maybe one day. I was like, dude, Ross thought he would have nothing to talk about. That motherfucker did not shut up. Like, please come on, dude. Like, I love that, like, old high school friends. You just, like, kind of keep in touch with on social media.
Yeah.
And that kid was always fucking hilarious, man. Like, I always remember.
Never remember. I'm down. Yeah, come the fuck on, dude.
Dude,
Let's go.
I can't even, like, describe how he was. He just had, like, this hilarious fucking quality about him. Like, he would, like, walk up to me and he'd be like, oh, what's going on, Joe? Like, what's happening? You know what I mean? And, like, all of a sudden he would just, like, kind of be like, yeah, what's up? And like look at me real quick, like fucking flick my titty real quick or something, like in this hilarious way. And I'd be like, oh man, you fat motherfucker shit, and like walk away. I just remember like do like hilarious shit like that to me. So I just imagine that in the podcast it'd probably be fucking hilarious.
Let's do it, man.
He's probably like mature now, and but I don't know if he has kids or not. I can't really remember, but
yeah, you don't grow out of stupidity. You know, or
yeah. Well, I guess you keep some
humor.
Joe, if you happen to listen to this episode, let us know if you grew out of stupidity. We didn't. His first comment was like, "Yo, y'all are special." Anyways, about Naruto with the Japanese dubs, like, dude, it was just so funny. Like, you could clearly tell he was like, "Man, these motherfuckers are idiots." Anyways, about Ross and his Naruto and fucking Japanese subtitles.
You still watch Dragon Ball Z yet, bro?
I have not. But
please start tonight. Please,
tonight probably won't work. If we weren't painting, I would go home and watch.
Let's go downstairs.
Tomorrow probably what happens.
I'll
I'm
pour
jamming
some
with Pat.
cocktails, light some candles.
Who knows? You know, maybe I could start watching with the broad. Maybe I'll just fucking because she usually
Get the broad involved. She chill with anime or what's the deal?
She used to bust my balls about anime a little bit here and there. Where like when I was watching Death Note, she was like, "Oh, you jerk off to hentai, faggot!" Like busting my chops and shit. But I don't know. I mean, I could probably get away with watching it if she just wanted to hang out and play League, because she could just sit there and play League for hours anyway.
You need to start, dude. Please.
But well, Thursday you're working.
I've been telling
I wanted
you
to
for
build
like
a table
15
Thursday. So Thursday might be a good day where I just like come home, sit down, ignore everything, and just watch Dragon Ball. Well, I want to start with Dragon Ball.
You can come. So you are going to do that.
I do. From what you told me, because I trust your judgment, I want to start with Dragon Ball.
Yeah, I would. It really like it brings out the whole like this is how the shit started. Holy fuck. Holy shit. Oh wow. This gets to the next level quick.
Yeah, that's
it's long.
I
the
feel
only
like
problem
it's
is
worth it.
it's like 8 seasons, I think. Dragon Ball's long, but
Yeah, but I'll find a way to cruise through. I mean, like, you know, what's the point?
and it's corny, but it like really like it. I wish I watched it
anime is
first.
usually corny.
Yeah, I wish I watched it first. But then again, when I watched it afterwards, I was like, oh, cool, yeah. But like, I would definitely start with it. And if you have a problem with it, like if you're watching, like at least make a season and go, I don't know if I can do it. If you can't do it, right to Dragon Ball Z.
Are you going to start watching Death Note? That's the one you need to watch, right?
Sure.
Well, yeah, it was me,
That was the
Dragon
plan,
Ball,
right?
Me, Dragon Ball, you, Death Note, and then him. What was Ross going to watch?
Rick and Morty.
Yeah, dude, I'm telling you, you're going to watch a couple episodes of Death Note, and you're going to be like, holy. Dude,
Yeah, I'm in.
That show. I mean, and it's only like, it's no seasons. It's just like 30 something episodes. That's it.
Right.
And it's the whole thing, start to finish, and that's a wrap.
Oh, by the way, Castlevania's coming out soon.
Oh my God, is it?
Yeah, they announced. I think it's coming out this summer. I have to double check.
I hope it's like a nice fat season.
Well, yeah, it's they said it's like 10 or 12 episodes. It's not like something crazy, but like
The last one was only 4, but I liked it a lot, dude.
it was so sick.
Because the fucking, what's his name? He's just like a drunk. He's going to be like, I'll start killing vampires again, you fucking cunts.
And then Alucard came in. I was like, yes. This is the best Castlevania game ever.
See, I never played too much. I did play Castlevania when I was younger, but never like beat any of them and played a couple of them.
Well, you never beat Symphony of the Night?
Well, that was what I've heard was one of the best ones, and I played it a couple times.
It's the only one. Yeah, like it's like the best one for sure.
Yeah,
there was like
I had it on my fucking PlayStation Network account before that shit got fucking banned.
Yeah, it's a long
Dark
game.
Peace.
Yeah. Peace, Darkness.
I hope the compression cuts this out.
All right, let's paint, I guess, right?
Yeah, I guess we're going to paint.
We can keep going if you want. I don't really care.
Nah, all right, fuck them. I mean, what else we got to do, right? We got, we have...
We on new porn yet?
We got Shomers. We're not on fucking any porno sites. We got Shomers this weekend, man.
It's going to be a fucking...
It's going to be exciting.
Retarded night. I haven't seen... Me and him were like best friends, like, because we were both in the BD class, which I'll save for that episode. I mean, we've talked bits and pieces about it, but I'll really save it for that episode. And then we were really good friends. He's a fucking idiot, dude.
There was a lot of times we had to like bounce it. We like either met up. I think we just ended up meeting up. I don't know if he came with us, but how many times like in Warped Tour and like different Bouncing Souls shows we went to, we always ended up seeing him there. Like always, man. Oh man, good old fucking high school days.
Yeah, it's gonna be a fucking fun episode on Saturday.
That's
boys.
like one good thing about this podcast. I feel like we're accidentally keeping in touch with like high school friends.
Yeah, for sure,
it's fucking awesome. If anything, we'll just keep doing that. That'll be the reason we fucking do it. To like force ourselves to hang out with old high school friends that we're like too tired or lazy to do. Normally, like during the week, where we're like, nah, fuck that, dog.
You know, it's this episode coming up. It's gonna be hold it down, boys. It's gonna be a rough episode.
Yeah.
It's gonna be very cringy at points, very obnoxious, and I promise you, everything I say is real.
By the way, I listened to an episode of Legion of Skanks today, and it is kind of like listening to us. I like it because I've never listened. Like our podcast is like, there's usually some lines we cross, and for the most part, it's like we get away with it because we don't have like thousands and thousands of listeners. So I don't think there's enough people for like liberal.
They were just on Joe Rogan.
Huh?
They were just on Joe Rogan.
I'm talking about us. I'm trying to compare us to them. What I'm
Skanks.
saying is what I like about these guys is that like they're kind of like that don't give a fuck attitude, and they're labeled as apparently the most offensive podcast or whatever. So
I gotta listen, but you know,
I mean, they're definitely pretty funny. They're pretty. It's literally like they, you know, certain things they say, there's certain mannerisms and stuff. I'm like, all right, this is pretty good. Like,
well, I'm listening to them right now on Joe Rogan.
It's pretty funny.
Yeah, it's fucking hysterical.
They're good, but all right, we'll end this shit. We'll call it a day.
Cool.
Say something. Remember when you stole my my line before? You want to do DJ and I'll do Slip?
You were so mad. Could really you stole that?
I was freaking out at Ross.
Fucking Slip, peace, peace. Like something like that. I don't remember what it was.
Did you listen to it, or you didn't listen to his episode yet?
No, but I listened to the end.
His song was pretty funny.
You're so mad.
Crying the podcast. I'm a dork, cunt.
I love it. Then you were like, just say it, cunt.
Well, he says cunt, and then we say just say it, and then he says cunt again.
All right, yeah, no, we're cool, man. I'm done. Do your thing,
DJ.
I'm not stealing your lines, man.
No, just DJ. Then you say Slip, and I say spin it or whatever.
Is that how we do it? I don't remember.
I don't know.
Slip. Push.
Should probably come up with something original, not stolen from like our favorite TV shows or movies. But DJ, spin that man? Shit. Mike, check. The morning after pill. Fudge and Finn. Shots for likes in that ass. The morning after pill. The morning after pill. Shots for likes. The morning after pill. The morning after pill. The morning after pill. The morning after pill. Shots for likes. Shots like. The morning after pill. The morning after pill. The morning after pill. The morning after pill. Likes. Like. The morning after pill. The morning after pill. Morning after pill. Shots for likes. S4L.